Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Go Big Red pregame show for this is Murray week, Jason.
Oh man, I've been fired up all week. I tore some wings up today. Got the game tonight. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've been looking for a tiger to tear into. I mean, you know, so I couldn't find one, so I ate them wings up like I mean, here's the deal. If you're a football player and you're playing tonight at CFSB War Memorial Stadium and you're playing against the Murray Tigers, you need to be ready to roll because it's Murray. And also, it's a district opponent, and tonight's win dictates who wins the district.
That's right. Decides the district. We can secure the district championship tonight with a win.
That's right. And we need this win. We need to make a statement and say, hey, you know what? It's clicking together at the right time. That's what Mayfield needs. You know, we talked about it in the Go Big Red show earlier in the week. You know, we handled business against Crittenden. We did kind of stumble out of the gates with that off week we had, but we put it together, beat them pretty handedly. Got a running clock eventually. We got a running clock. Murray, though, is not going to lay down. They've got plenty of athletes on the team. And you was talking about the Jones kid.
Right.
He's the real deal. Last week against Caldwell, it was like 7-7 at halftime. They brought him in the second half. Even though he did play in the first half, that's what you told me. You know, here's the thing. They end up beating them 27-7. He's got some things that he's doing that maybe is a little bit tough on defenses. But if Mayfield handles the line offensively and defensively, I don't think there's going to be any trouble for the Mayfield Cardinals.
Right, and that's what we got to do. We just got to we know how to take care of business, so let's just do it.
Right. I mean, you know, this is our last home game of this regular season.
Right.
Okay, next week we're going to be traveling to Christian County, but we need everyone to come out to CFSB tonight and support our Cardinals.
It's going to be a perfect night for it.
It is. So, not a big chance of rain. Last week we got a little spit of rain about 3 times and stuff. I mean, this is one of them things where great night for football. Mayfield Cardinals. What better time is it than now?
That's right.
I mean, beautiful fall weather, October, and I started noticing that the Bermuda grass is starting to turn that brown color.
It is.
There's nothing like being at War Memorial Stadium and seeing that on the grounds, you know, especially playing there for sure. It's just one of them things, you know. But hey, we're at Wings Etc. with our pregame show. So if by chance you can't make it to the game, and you're hungry, come on out to Wings Etc. There's nowhere you can sit in this place that you can't see the game and watch the game. So I mean, Stu and the whole crew here treat us like champs today, and they're gearing up for tonight and saying, hey, come on out. They've been a great supporter of Red Helmet Video, and they're going to continue to support us in the near future, you know, with the playoff games and stuff. So just come on out to Wings Etc. You know the thing is, we've looked at on the Go Big Red show, we looked at how many times Murray has beat us in the last basically 40 years since 1976. It's only been 4 times. Right. But as of late, it was 2020 and 2021 on back-to-back games. It was one in the 2020 was the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we was knocked out.
It was an overtime game.
Yeah, and then the first game that we played them the next season, they beat us, and then they thought they was chomping at the bit.
Both those games were at War Memorial.
Yeah, and so when we had to go to there in 2021, they thought, man, we're going to get Mayfield again for the 3rd time in a row. Didn't happen. Mayfield beat them 55-8 or something like that.
No. That was also War Memorial. The playoff game after we got beat in the regular season. We played the playoff game at Mayfield again.
It was a 3-round tie, wasn't it, with us
and
Caldwell
we
Murray?
Them like nobody's
that's
business.
Right. I remember now. Yeah. And we just put it to them. That's what we got to do. We got to come out focused. Okay. Last week Ashby was out. So what had happened was the Burgess kid moved from tackle to center. Great job. We didn't have any missed snaps or anything like that. That's awesome. And then Jalen Bass, moved from guard to tackle or whatever it was. But we had the great combination, and people stepped up. I know Henley stepped in. I know Fish had some plays in there. He's a freshman. Henley, I don't know. I think he might be a freshman or sophomore. But I'm just saying these guys are just stepping up.
Yeah, they're getting time to play.
Right, and it's just crazy. On the Go Big Red show, we made the JV. We talked about Ken Shelley as well as Josiah England. Found out yesterday talking that it was actually Dow that was the running back during that JV game.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
their numbers are 20 and 22, so we
Yeah.
can get them up there, and that's what somebody told me yesterday. So I was like, well,
Yeah.
no
Well,
big deal. But
Reggie
here's,
can definitely run the ball.
Reggie's great.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about that earlier, so I just wanted to reiterate
All
that.
right, I'm
That's
glad
the
you did
correct-
it.
Yeah, no big deal. But you know, that's the thing. We got all these guys and all these components working together to try to get to our final destination, which would be state tournament. You know, in the state championship up there in Lexington, and we have yet to win one at UK.
Oh, that's right.
You know, so it's just one of them things. It's kind of like a monkey on our back. Now we love to go to Bowling Green because we have great success up there. But right now, as the RPI sits, it's Owensboro Catholic number 1,
Right.
Mayfield number 2.
Right.
Who is number 3? Is it Beechwood or LCA?
I think it's LCA.
Okay, LCA and then Beechwood, and like I said, them could be flip flopped. Okay, so let's look at it. Owensboro Catholic has a district foe that's a lot lower in the RPI. Murray is ranked like 7th or 8th in the RPI, so that's going to help us. Okay, LCA's playing a district foe, which is not very good. Okay, and then we have, and then Beechwood again. They're playing someone in their district that's no good.
Yeah, I don't think their district's very strong.
Right, and so what's the good part about ours is Crittenden's in the top 10. So is Murray. Murray's even ranked higher than Crittenden. That's last week we
Crittenden beat them.
Right. So so it's just one of them things. You know,
Yeah.
we jumped from 4th last week to 2nd after this win. So hopefully we can keep putting pressure on Owensboro Catholic. Now it comes down to this game, which is big time. We cannot take anything for granted. Murray is going to be ready. Murray is really going to be ready to go, but we do too. We got to be ready. We got to jump on them early, and then get it to where we get the running clock and we get the young, like you call the baby birds, in and do our thing. I'm looking forward to it. Anytime we get to run Murray off the field, I'm down for that and for that action. So. You know, we just need all the support, and we appreciate all the support from our sponsors, all the guys, saying, hey, we watch you, we're in Alabama this week, or we're in Panama City, or we live in Georgia or Louisiana. I know the Griffins, they watch it every Friday. They have steak night in Georgia and different places.
Yeah.
And we just want to say thanks. You know, we got downtown Tony Brown always watching, I think, North Carolina, I think. And
Yeah, where was Bill Baker last week? Did he chime in? Because
he did.
He's somewhere in the world. I'm telling you, it don't matter where he is.
Yeah.
He's watching.
And so it's just one of them things. We've had people watch from India, so we just want to say thanks again, man. We appreciate it. We enjoy doing it. And like someone said, even last, I looked through the comments sometimes, and this past week I looked through the comments, and someone says, we just appreciate you guys bringing it to those that don't get to come on Friday nights to the games because they live so far away, and they may see a game, you know, once every 5 years, but I mean, with Red Helmet Video, man, we're trying to bring the action. We actually got a new mic. I hope it sounds fantastic. Last week we was having trouble with our mic, you know, in the last weeks, and we bought just a cheap one just to see if that was it. Sure enough, then we upgraded. So we just want to say thankful. We're very thankful and blessed for the support that we get from everybody, all of our fans and everybody watching. So, you know, we're Mayfield fans. That's what we do. We are definitely for Mayfield. We do try to give respect to the other teams, but I'm going to tell you something. Friday night, go Big Red. You know.
Yeah, let's make it a full stadium for seniors playing their last regular season game at War Memorial. That's a real special thing. So
it is definitely. Yeah. So I mean, you got a score? You want to indicate what you're thinking a score is?
I had said earlier, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to say 45 to. Didn't I say 45 to 7?
I think you did 45-7. Now Jinx picks. I picked it earlier today on Jinx picks, and I'll just say this. I kind of changed it from the Go Big Red show. I'm going to say it's going to be 49-21. I think that
really
because I think they're going to maybe score late because that's what. I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
If Leahy was here, like, that's what Murray does. You know, I mean, you know, instead of taking a knee and say, "Hey, we lost the game," we're going to try to score. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know them guys want to score. And by the way, I got a lot of friends over there in Murray. You had brought up in the Go Big Red show, and I'm going to say this: Zay is going to have a breakout game again, like he does every time he touches the ball. He almost goes for the score every time. I mean, it's like Coach Joe said when Jonathan Jackson played. It's a bad coaching if you don't give them the ball. That's what he said about Jonathan Jackson. And guess what? Same thing with Xavier Biggers. When you give that guy the ball, good things happen. But now I will say that we got good things happen when we give it to Mac Hoover. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Braden Morris has done well this year.
Throw to Malik Kirby. I mean, you know, we've got all them components here. I mean, and we can hand it off to the baby birds, Josiah. You know, I mean, all them guys. Ken Shelley.
Will Morris made a fabulous play early in the game. It was taken away by a penalty, but he caught the ball, then ran clean over a defender.
He did.
Great job.
I don't know if Terrell ever did that, or Channing. I don't know. I don't know.
Terrell was always running around him.
Yeah, and I actually looked at some of the stats on who's got the most, and I'll say that Terrell in the 90s, we didn't pass. We wasn't predominantly pass like we do now.
That's true.
And he's in the top 10 for the most rushing. Most receiving touchdowns or something like that. And I'm gonna tell you, one of his plays was 5 to 7 yards slant pattern over the middle, and once he caught it, it was going to the races.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
It was hard to bring him down.
You know, and you know the thing is, Terrell and Channing, you know, they poured into to Will, and I appreciate them guys. You know, I coached Channing back in fourth grade. Great kid. I loved him. Still love him as a great guy. And,
you tend to bring that up a lot. Anytime you mention them, you always say, "Well, I coached them."
Hey, I did. And Channing, I told all them that group, the 3 or 4 years, I said, y'all stay together, you're going to win a championship. And guess what? They were the first 15-0 team. And I do want to say that we started on a good foot, and they just kept learning all together and playing all together, and they stayed together as a team, and it was unselfish. And that's what we're going to have this year on this team from here on out, unselfish play, and just continuing to do the things and getting better every week.
Absolutely.
If we do that, it's going to be a good combination, and hopefully we can put in a state championship for the Mayfield Cardinals.
Hey, well said, Jason.
Yeah. So
what else can you add to that?
You can't.
That's right.
So guess what? CFSB War Memorial Stadium tonight at 7 o'clock.
That's
be
right.
there. And if you're not, I mean, you know, watch us on Red Helmet Video.
That's right. Go Big Red.
Go Mayfield.
Hey, big X, big stepper. Cut off my shit, you was being too extra. The ops on my line screaming how they gon' stretch, but they stay in their place cause they get hit. No bodies we drop at the better they dress. I be quick to throw hands, but we stay with them Westons. Blocks, K's, yeah, we with the edge. Think I was like 6 when they said I was pressure. Hey.